Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.
The St. Mary's Memorial High School Alumni Foundation is proud to support St. Mary's athletics. We invite you to become a member of the Alumni Foundation by checking out our website at www.mhsaf.com or checking us out on Facebook. Good luck, Riders.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, scholarships in education, Boy Scouts, oratorical, and shooting sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their three-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your healthcare needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spees Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
I'm Larry Gruber, longtime educator and St. Mary's wrestling coach. If you're in need for any electrical upgrades, whether big or small, for your business or home, reach out to Sean Barnett Electrical at 567-259-8343. Wondering what it would cost to have a generator for your home or business? Contact Sean Barnett Electrical for a complimentary estimate for installation and yearly maintenance. Trying to do electrical work on your own can be shocking and painful. Wow! I'm in Sean's corner, and Sean will be in yours for all your electrical needs.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Grand Lake Health Systems Court here at Memorial High School. You are tuned in to Rider Nation Station. We'd like to thank you for tuning in tonight for a girls basketball tournament game, and we're getting things started here in, I guess we can't call it March Madness, February Frenzy, something like that, I suppose. I'm Kelly J, and I'm here with, well, I guess the rest of my family to bring you tonight's action. Joe's unable to be here tonight, so we were all kind of shifted down a chair, and we're going to try to bring you all of the action information.
It takes 3 J's to equal one Joe Hurlbert.
It takes 3 J's to equal one Joe. So we're going to try to bring you all the action for tonight. So let's go ahead and get started, guys, and talk first of all about the tournament bracket, if we can get that pulled up here on the screen, and just take a quick look at what things look like. And this was courtesy of Rich Spencer, did a great job of designing this. So
yeah, you can see St. Mary's was the number 5 seed in the sectional tournament. They are playing the number 6 seed Rossford Bulldogs tonight. If they advance, they will almost certainly play the Kenton Wildcats, who they just pulled a tremendous upset. The 17-3 Kenton Wildcats, they just pulled an upset of them last week. We will be playing the Kenton Wildcats next Wednesday if we win tonight. The higher seed gets the home game in the sectional tournaments. When they get to the district level, which you can see is at Miller City next week, then it becomes a neutral site. It'll be at Miller City High School. But for now, in this first round, this is the sectional finals tonight. St. Mary's Memorial versus Rossford, 5 seed versus 6 seed.
And the flag's coming down, so we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about the tournament and get our starting lineups and a little bit about both teams for tonight's game.
The importance of quality driver's education for our teens is essential. Capabilities has provided classroom and in-car driving instruction for St. Mary's and surrounding communities for over 20 years. Live classroom and online options are available for our students. Capabilities also administers the Ohio BMV driver's exam for our students and the general public. Contact capabilities today to learn more about our driver's education services.
St. Mary's traditions include football, SMAB, and Fowler's TV. Founded in 1957 by Richard and Peggy, Fowler's TV is celebrated, like a Rough Rider First Down, for its dedication to high-quality electronics, custom installations of indoor and outdoor TVs, Sonos sound systems, surveillance systems, and so much more. With 12 months of special financing available on approved credit, shopping local has never been better. Fowler's knowledgeable and friendly staff uphold the tradition of exceptional customer care, servicing only what they sell with the same or next day service.
Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider Athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
Okay, we're back, and Mike, let's talk a little bit about the two teams coming into tonight's sectional final game. We've got the Rossford Bulldogs and the host St. Mary's Rough Riders.
So Rossford, the 6th seed, comes into tonight's contest with a record of 9-13. They're 3-11 in the Northern Buckeye Conference, not the Western Buckeye League, but the Northern Buckeye Conference. Some Rider fans may be unfamiliar with the schools that are in the Northern Buckeye Conference, but it's schools like the Maumee Panthers, Lake Flyers, Otsego Knights, the Oak Harbor Rockets, the Genoa Comets, Eastwood Eagles, Fostoria Redmond. So again, they were 9-13, 3-11 in the NBC. They are coached by Toby Ledesma, who's in his 8th season. He spent, before becoming the girls coach at Rossford, he spent time in the boys programs at Rossford, Maumee, and Northview. So experience in both boys and girls basketball. The team he's leading in tonight is about as one-player-focused scoring team as you're going to ever find. They are led by senior Scarlett Williams, who averages 17 points a game. She has been the leading scorer in 20 of the 22 games this season. She's had 21 double-figure scoring games, and the rest of the team combined has only had 2 double-figure scoring things. So there's no one else on the roster even averaging 5 points a game. So it is a very one-person-centric scoring effort for Rossford. I'm sure that's going to be something that Coach Jordan is going to want to try to shut down. In wins, she averages about 21 points a game. In the losses this year, she averages about 13 a game. So you can see she is extremely important to the Rossford Bulldogs scoring efforts.
And I'm sure, just like any other, main focus for a team, I'm sure she's used to coming out and seeing the specialty defenses and seeing the coach yelling, "Hey, she's over here, she's over." I'm sure she's seen everything already. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of strategy the Rough Riders come out to throw at them to start the game with. For the Rough Riders, and the Rough Riders kind of had what I would call a backloaded schedule. Played some really, really tough teams down the stretch with Minster and St. Henry and Kenton, and really kind of got on a roll. Finished up 7-15. But finished up winning four of their last 6 games, and have at times kind of look like they have kind of gotten things ready, or offensively organized. They feel like they're arrived maybe.
In this 6-game stretch where they played much better, we've started to see a few more other players besides Minker and Rabel. We've seen some other people contributing to scoring, and especially in the huge upset of the number 6 ranked team in the state, Kenton Wildcats, the last game of the year. They ended up having 3 in double figures. Lauren Jacobs joined the double figure show, and then their other 2 starters get 9 and 7 Hirschfeld and Claire Turner get 9 and 7. So you got 3 doubles plus a 9 and a 7, and we end up with 55 points. We average in the upper 30s. So that would be a key for the Riders, I think. Can they continue to get scoring help from other players besides Rabel and Hirschfeld?
The Rough Riders finished up, as I said, 7-15, 5-4 in the WBL, which put them tied for 4th place. OG again ended up winning. Kenton was 2nd place, Bath 3rd, and then St. Mary's tied with Elida for 4th place. So I would say a little bit momentum going into the tournament for St. Mary's. It's when you're playing a team outside of the area, a team that really has no common opponents, sometimes you don't know what you're getting into with the tournament games. And the sectional, as you saw, we've got some unknowns there. So it'll be interesting to see how everybody comes out of the chute. Both teams did not have school today because of the weather.
Ice storm for both schools, so they both were at home. Rossford got to sit on a bus for an hour and 45 minutes on the way down here, a cold bus. That, to me, is a huge advantage. Coach Ledesma talked about how important it was that his team handled pressure. He was really worried about that after watching the Riders on tape. They averaged 25 turnovers a game, which is exceptionally high. So to me, I think we'll see right away, can Rossford handle St. Mary's press at the beginning of the game?
And Rossford takes the tip, and as we see right away, St. Mary's in a man-to-man.
The girl with the ball right now is Scarlett Williams, who is the do-everything scorer for the Bulldogs.
And it looks like we have Reese Rabel withdrawing the unpleasant assignment of guarding her. Claire Turner with an almost steal.
Riders very aggressive with their man here so far. Extending far out, trying to deny passes.
And I'm sure as soon as Scott Jordan looked on Max Preps and saw 25 turnovers a game, as a coach you say, hey, we're pressuring these girls. Get up in their faces.
Sadie St. Mary missing with that first 3 attempt of the game.
Rossford starts out in the 2-3 zone. Sophie had one go halfway down and come out.
And talking with Coach Jordan before the game, and he talked about the importance of pressure defense and getting turnovers, because obviously he looked through and saw some stats the same as we did and said, hey, we got to get some turnovers out of this. Layla Nowak with the ball. And there you go. That's a little double team. Claire Turner diving down to get the steal.
Lauren Jacobs for 3. A little long. Could be a little tournament jitters.
Could be some tournament jitters.
May take a couple minutes for them to settle down. Nice thinking about the tournament. You can throw your records out the window. Everybody's 0-0. Fresh start, no matter how good or disappointing your season's been.
Especially in a matchup like this where neither team's played each other. In the old tournament alignment, prior to the OHSA expanding divisions, the district that the Riders found themselves in was usually 90-95%, sometimes 100% WBL teams.
It was literally a WBL section.
Right, and so you'd play the same team you'd already played once during the season. So it didn't have a newness feel, but tonight definitely has a new feel.
Rossford able to work the ball around and not getting enough pressure, but there's the first turnover that we talked about, and Claire Turner gets the easy layup to get the first score of the game.
And that allows the Riders to set their press.
Yes.
Coming out in a 1-2-2 diamond press. Well, you can already see that Rossford, when they have a lot of girls who don't look like very good ball handlers. They're picking the ball up a lot. They get stuck, and who do they look for every single time is Scarlett Williams to come rescue them.
Rossford sitting in a 2-3 and talking to Coach Jordan. That's pretty typical defense for them. Reese Rabel does not connect from long range. And you're right, Mike, that scoring gives the Riders a chance to get set up in the press. A little give and go attempt by Scarlett Williams on that one. Coach Jordan also talked about the importance of getting rebounds. Sophie Minker tries to get a little drive baseline.
Although the two teams, we're 7-15, they're 9-13. I can assure you that St. Mary's played a much more difficult schedule. Many more state-ranked teams. St. Mary's is playing the entire MAC schedule out of league, which loaded with state-ranked teams. And looking at Rossford, I'm not sure they've played any state-ranked teams on their schedule. That's a big advantage for the Rough Riders, playing a better level of competition.
Talking about the tournament, the way the tournament draw works now, and of course, we're all old school coaches back in the day when—
Emphasis on old.
Oh, emphasis on old. When you'd show up to a sectional meeting and everybody would cast their vote to determine who the seeds were, and there were times when you would vote to screw another team just so you could, get a certain seed the way you wanted. Things don't work that way now. The Max Preps system does the ranking for everybody. Sophie Minker with a little
nice
floater
little
in the lane.
Floater in the lane.
But everything is submitted to Max Preps, and they're generating the tournament seeds based on the records of the teams, the records of the teams that beat you, and the records of their opponents as well. And so,
the division and size of the school has to do with the algorithm as well.
And Scarlett Williams gets the Bulldogs on the board.
Coach Ledesma has to be happy so far with his Bulldogs handling of the press.
And there is a Fowler's TV three-pointer by Reese Rabel. And the Bulldogs handling the pressure pretty well there.
They look to be trying to throw long over the traps.
Keegan Mahaffey is going to step to the line to get 2 shots.
She is the second leading scorer for the Bulldogs at about 4.5 points a game. She is the only other player besides Scarlett Williams to have any double-figure games this year. She had 2 double-figure games. She's only a 49% free throw shooter. So she's due to miss this second one, if the percentages are correct.
You're like Nostradamus on that one.
Stats don't lie.
Stats don't lie. And that's good news for the Riders. Reese Rabel with her second Fowler's TV three-pointer of the game.
Yeah, Rossford's definitely looking for the long cross-court pass.
And a 3 attempt by Williams. Comes up a bit short. Sophie Minker got a little bit too far buried there. And referee called a little bit of a push-off there on Williams for her first foul.
Boy, I don't know about that call.
That's a tough one. She did extend a little bit.
That's probably what
Ben
Kramer, the referee, saw was the arm extend.
And I think Reese Rabel probably sold it a little bit too. Taking a dive. Good bounce pass then by Jacobs.
Nice runner. Didn't go, but a nice shot by Sophie Minker.
And rebound by Mahaffey.
Coach Ledesma said as good of a basketball player as Scarlett Williams is, she's a much better softball player, so she's getting some collegiate interest on the diamond.
That's a nice drive by Sadie St. Mary, but fell up short on the shot.
Riders can afford to take their time. They're off to a nice start here. Got a 7-point lead in the first quarter. Less than a minute to go. I'd work for a really good shot.
And we got another three-pointer, this time by Cadence Hirschfeld, Fowler's TV three-pointer.
Oh, that's an over and back.
Yes, another turnover. Madison Kuchar did not have her feet established when that ball was thrown
Ben
back.
Kramer's not going to miss that one. He's one of our better officials in Northwest Ohio.
Once all three parts, so that would be both feet and the ball, cross half court as they did there. If you make a pass to a teammate, the teammate has to get both feet across the line for that to be not a turnover.
Yeah, they have to hit. And another aggressive drive by Scarlett Williams.
That'd be 2 fouls on Reese Rabel.
That's a big, big foul for the Riders. She's already hit 2 threes. You hate to take her out when she's shooting well. Kendall Davis coming in, subbing for Rabel.
Looks like we got Scarlett Williams at 62% from the free throw line for the season. Riders get away with that foul in a way, but like you said, that's a big thing, losing Reese Rabel right now.
20 seconds, 15 seconds now in the first quarter.
Hopefully
see if the Riders can get a decent. Hopefully they're aware of the time. Take it to the hole, girls.
Cadence Hirschfeld with another 3 attempt. And that's the end of a very fast first quarter of play. The Riders are ahead 13-3 after 1 quarter of play.
I don't always put a new roof on my house, but when I do, I call Eric Anderson with Grand Lake Roofing.
If you're looking for a fast, reliable, trustworthy roofing service, give myself and my team a call at Grand Lake Roofing, 567-890-ROOF.
Albert Sporting Goods, outfitting your team since 1980. Our products consist of individual and team equipment for all community organizations, club teams, high school and collegiate sports. We personalize your gear with embroidery, screen printing, digitizing and graphic design with on-site services to deliver quality uniforms, spirit wear, and fulfill every equipment need. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com.
All right, 13-3 after 1 quarter of play here at Grand Lake Health Systems Court. Derek, hit me with some stats.
Big stat of the quarter, 4 turnovers for Rossford Bulldogs, and St. Mary's out shooting Rossford attempt-wise 13-6.
Great high-low action.
Great high-low.
Assist from Audrey Reinecke.
Logan Henson with the bucket. Haven't seen a ton of that high-low from the Riders this year. I'd say last probably 4 or 5 games, Reinecke started to get a lot more playing time and making her presence felt both ends of the court. Able to hit some outside shots and right there making a nice little pass down to Henson. Henson with a block shot. Didn't draw a foul.
Sophie Minker collects her own rebound, puts it back up and in. Nice effort by So.
Kind of sticking with it there. And important to get those offensive boards. Coach Jordan talked about that in the pregame. And Derek, there's another turnover.
Good look by Hirschfeld, just didn't execute the pass, just a little high.
A little more air under
it. But a good look up the court.
High and about half a second late. Lauren was running out of room there, even if she caught it.
And I think we're getting a timeout. Looks like a 30-second timeout by Rossford. So we'll go to commercial.
Looking for the perfect gift for your man, son, or dad? Jackalope Stash Men's Clothing Store in downtown St. Mary's will help you score the perfect gift. At this haberdashery, you will find stylish formal and informal wear, along with the most fashionable and contemporary accessories. Not sure what to get your leading man? Stop in and purchase the Jackalope Stash gift card. Make your man the best dressed in the room, no matter the occasion. Quality, style, stash. That's Jackalope Stash, where riders shop.
And we're back, second quarter action in this sectional final here at Grand Lake Health Systems Court. Rossford has the ball coming out of the timeout. Coach Ledesma called that timeout, and I think it was maybe a little butt kick timeout. Hey, we got to get back. We got to, take care of the ball kind of thing.
Yeah, in the pregame talk with Coach Ledesma, he's worried about ball pressure on his girls, and he's worried about matching up with three shooters. And so far, both problems have reared their ugly head for the Rossford Bulldogs.
That was a really good cut from Claire Turner.
If we could get this clip.
Yeah, this would be a good one.
The whole possession would probably be a good one to look at.
Nice rebound by Claire Turner, spits it back out. Another possession for the Riders.
Reineke needed to probably turn and look.
And a bounce pass.
Yeah,
bounce it. Yep.
Bounce pass would have made it through, I think, for a layup. Right read, wrong execution.
It's tough against the zone to throw across the zone like that without bouncing it. There's just too many hands there. They're trying to take away the middle, especially in a 2-3 zone. So you got to use a bounce pass.
Nice drive by Scarlett Williams with a little kiss off of the glass to take the score to 17-5, still in favor of the Rough Riders.
You can see Scarlett Williams loves to take the ball to the hoop. She's a physical driver, strong physical driver.
Jacobs missing the floater, but that shot, not just by Jacobs, but by several of the other guards, Minker and Rabel, is something that we've seen in the last 4 or 5 games, and it's really, really helped the Rider offense. That's just a muscle
power
post up right there.
It's a little bit of the difference between Sophia Minker and Reese Rabel. Reese is a much stronger guard than Sophia is, and kind of showed there. Got easily pushed back.
And there's a turnover by the Riders, and another turnover by the Bulldogs. And I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Jordan didn't call a quick timeout if he doesn't get something on this possession. And that's a good take by Claire Turner. Picks up the foul from Madison Kuchar, and that will send Claire to the line, shooting 2.
Claire Turner for the season, shooting 33% from the free throw line. Hopefully she ups that percentage, which she did.
And I think, like several of the other Rider girls, that percentage has been climbing of
Early
late.
in the season, the Riders were a nightmare from the free throw line.
Yeah.
That's certainly improved the last. That's helped them win some games.
Last game, 14 of 18 from the free throw line.
It helped them beat Kenton, state-ranked Kenton Wildcat team.
Exactly.
Gaines Hirschfeld really digging in and playing good defense.
And that was just a throw it up to Scarlett Williams, and again, another muscle bucket.
Yeah, had enough strength, even though she got clubbed on the arm. Was able to power through that hit and still convert.
Reese Rabel is one of the stronger Rough Rider defenders. She can't guard her right now because of the 2 fouls.
Right.
And so, yeah, right now, Coach Jordan's going to have to figure out who he can put on her to try to stop her. She's sitting at 8 points already and has been to the free throw line, I think, 3 times already.
A little bit of a push off there.
Step back, nice move. Sadie St. Mary cashes in with the bucket. 19
on the
to
Jackalope
7.
Stash replay there, not a push off. I don't think enough contact was made there to warrant an offensive foul.
And Reese Rabel back in the game, and boy,
Cashes in her 3rd 3.
Fowler's TV 3-pointer, and boy, we can't emphasize enough how important it is to have her on the court.
Coach Ledesma talked about matching up with the 3 shooters of St. Mary's. He can't be happy about that, giving her 3 wide open threes.
And right back at you. Scarlett Williams says, "What you can do, I can do better."
You could say Scarlett is getting red hot.
Oh boy.
You're waiting all game for that one.
But the Riders do need to address slowing down Scarlett Williams. She is. We need to just take a charge there. They need to. She's a one-person
scoring machine, and she's
scoring
sitting there 11 of their 14
She's
points.
got 11 of their 14.
Lauren Jacobs sticking with her missed shot. Another rebound. This is three offensive boards on this possession alone. Cadence Hirschfeld with a great assist down to Claire Turner for a much-needed bucket to extend the lead back to 10. And with a 24-14 lead, the Riders will take a 30-second timeout.
And speaking of great teams, St. Mary's Foundry would like to thank its very own team of hardworking employees for their loyalty and dedication. If you're looking for rewarding challenges and first-string wages and benefits, check us out at stmfoundry.com or on hometownopportunities.com. St. Mary's Foundry, where iron and ingenuity meet.
And with 2:41 left in the first half, the Riders are sitting at a 24-14 lead. Derek, why did Coach Jordan call that timeout, do you think?
Well, I think a couple things. I'm guessing he wants them to pick up the defensive pressure a little bit. I think defensively they've both in intensity and maybe in a little effort to have kind of ground to a halt. Looks like going a little 1-3-1 maybe here, which is probably what they talked about. But other things you would have thought they'd talk about is you got to find Scarlett Williams.
And the Riders were able to intercept that pass out of that 1-3-1. So I guess we could say that was a successful timeout for the Riders.
Riders are getting an awful lot of second possessions.
That's their 6th offensive rebound.
They're killing them on the boards.
Nice scoop shot by Reese Rabel. And again, Reese now sitting at 11 points.
Her and Scarlett Williams are having a shootout here.
And we'll see how they're able to attack this
really
1-3-1.
long pass.
And good box out by Lauren Jacobs. And that was just kind of a careless turnover.
I think Soph, a good thought. I think Soph was thinking, hey, Reese Rabel's on fire.
Yeah,
She's nailed
let's get her
3
the
straight
ball.
threes. I'm going to try to get her the ball as quickly as I can, but unfortunately Reese didn't have her head turned.
Now, Coach Jordan did something here just a second ago that I would have done as well. Pulled Reese Rabel out. They're on defense. The Riders are on defense. Let's get her out so she doesn't pick up that 3rd foul. Claire Turner tried to draw contact on that drive, but Sadie St. Mary said, no, take that one out of here, and got away with the block, no foul. Simple crossing, screen inbounds play. Riders have missed several kind of chippy shots right now. Just over a minute left in the game. And if we can get that play right there, guys, that's one we can show at halftime as well. Are sitting in a 2-3 zone on that inbounds play. Williams didn't connect on the little bunny. Lauren Jacobs thought better of it.
Like to see the Riders get a little bit of penetration here. They're kind of passing around and get a turnover out of it.
And get the turnover out of it. And another turnover for the Bulldogs.
Lauren Jacobs with the conversion.
A little coast-to-coast action there on the steal.
And 14 seconds to go.
Get in there and help. There you go. Got to get more help on Scarlett Williams. 8 seconds. Hopefully the guards are aware.
And a turnover to end the half. Okay, we're going to see a quick block before we go to halftime.
It was a pretty nasty screen.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that
Oh, yeah.
brought back memories.
By
of
no means moving screen. That's just a good strong
that was
screen.
a good strong screen.
That was an old Carrie Imwally.
Carrie Imwally screen from back in the day.
Where you have to check your teeth after the pick.
As we head to halftime here, the Rough Riders are ahead 28-14.
St. Mary's Rider Rooters has been a pillar of support for all St. Mary's athletes for well over 40 years. Our current membership drive is ongoing, and it has its perks. Consider joining in support of the St. Mary's athletes. Join us at the game or scan the QR code. Go Riders!
Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider Athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
The St. Mary's Memorial High School Alumni Foundation is proud to support St. Mary's athletics. We invite you to become a member of the Alumni Foundation by checking out our website at www.mhsaf.com or checking us out on Facebook. Good luck, Riders.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, scholarships in education, Boy Scouts, oratorical, and shooting sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their 3-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your healthcare needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spees Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
I'm Larry Gruber, longtime educator and St. Mary's wrestling coach. If you're in need for any electrical upgrades, whether big or small, for your business or home, reach out to Sean Barnett Electrical at 567-259-8343. Wondering what it would cost to have a generator for your home or business? Contact Sean Barnett Electrical for a complimentary estimate for installation and yearly maintenance. Trying to do electrical work on your own can be shocking and painful. Yow! I'm in Sean's corner, and Sean will be in yours for all your electrical needs.
And we're here at halftime at the girls Division IV sectional final between the Rossford Bulldogs and the St. Mary's Rough Riders. St. Mary's sitting right now with a 28-14 lead. Derek, let's hit us with some stats from the first half.
Well, as you mentioned, 28-14, Rough Rider lead quarter by quarter. A lot of that lead was built. First quarter outscored the Rossford Bulldogs 13-3. Second quarter a little closer, 15-11. Going individual stats here, both Scarlett Williams and Reese Rabel, as we kind of mentioned, doing a little one-on-one battle, both scoring 11 points. Rounding out the Rider scoring is Claire Turner, 6 points, Sophia Menger, 4 points, Cadence Hirschfeld with 3, and then Lauren Jacobs, Logan Henshin, both with 2. Don't want it to get lost in the scoring of things. Claire Turner having herself a nice all-around game. 6 points, which is great, but also 6 rebounds, 3 offensive. And that's been kind of one of the keys so far if you're looking at the stats. Because looking percentage-wise, St. Mary's is shooting about 38% from the field. And it's the exact same as what Rossford is shooting from the field. The only difference is St. Mary's is 11 of 29, and Rossford is 6 of 16. So just a lot of extra attempts. Some of that is turnovers, but some of that is St. Mary's has 6 offensive rebounds compared to just 1 for Rossford. So getting those extra possessions is really meaningful statistically for the Riders because in terms of shooting the basketball, it's about the same between both teams.
I'll interrupt here, said that I talked to Coach Jordan before the game, and that's one thing that he talked about. He said we have to get some second shots, and we have to keep them from getting second shots. Obviously, Scarlett Williams, he said, is a pretty aggressive offensive rebounder, and so
they're getting a lot of their goals there. Obviously, Scarlett Williams kind of having a really good game so far, but probably not meeting the scouting report there, but otherwise doing a pretty good job. Rounding out Rossford scoring is Sadie St. Mary with 2 and Keegan Mahaffey with 1. And turnovers the other big thing. Like I said, 10 turnovers in the first half for Rossford. So some things they got to clean up are offensive rebounds and turnovers, and really be nice to see the Riders kind of really slow down Scarlett Williams a little bit and make somebody else beat them.
Anytime somebody has 11 out of your 14 points at halftime, I have to imagine they're spending a decent amount of the halftime talking about what are we going to do to counter. Some coaches like junk defenses, some don't. But even if you don't do a junk defense, like
you
a
have
triangle
to be more intentional.
Your girls at least have to be more intent on not letting her get the ball.
Yeah.
I would at least, if you're not going to do a junk defense, I would at least consider maybe face guarding her and trying to stop her from getting the ball. She's a very strong girl.
Random thought here from the second quarter. There was a timeout at 6:52, and the score was 17-3. Following that timeout, 11-11. The teams played even after that, and so I think some of that the Riders became a little careless with the ball.
Yeah.
Had some of their turnovers in that stretch, and we'll see if they can clean things up. Now we're going to shift over here to the telestrator, and Derek's just going to show a little bit about attacking the zone, and that's been kind of an emphasis with both the girls and the boys in our telestrating of late. So Derek, take it away.
Yeah, and we've talked about weak spots of the zones a lot, and we often talk about short corner, short porch, dead corner, all those kind of things. That's a weak point. Another weak point is hitting the elbow and hitting the high post here, and the Riders do a really good job on this possession of cutting well and getting to the right spot. So you're going to see at first it's Audrey Reinecke, and then we'll back up here a little bit. Watch the motion here from Claire Turner. She's going to flash here, and they don't get it to her, but she is open again because 2-3, 1-2. Then the back line is here.
And look at Madison Kuchar. She's pointing down to Reinecke. She's
right.
Like,
That's
hey.
her responsibility is here. So it makes your backside of the 2-3 has to make a decision. She's either got to drop and cover the high post or come cover here. So she's got to do a little both. So it's a weak point. They do a nice job. She flashes, they don't hit her, but that's okay. You rotate, you do the same thing over again. She drops, Claire Turner drops, and then you're going to have Reineke come back up again.
It really creates problems for that back person in the zone.
Yeah, there's a lot of communication there. And so if we watch, they hit it here. And Sophia Manker does a great job as the defender. If we back up just slightly, right here, turns her head. She's looking here, not seeing her man back here. This is who she's responsible for, is Sophia Manker, and so she misses that. She back cuts. That's where we were mentioning earlier. That's got to be a bounce pass. It's not really going to be able to get it there through not a bounce pass. They're fortunate. They, as in Rossford, is fortunate that they don't give up points there. But Riders with really good action there against the zone of moving without the ball and also hitting the right spots and looking for the right passes.
And that's a credit to Coach Jordan and his staff. I'm guessing they sat and watched Rossford play a lot of 2-3 zone on tape. And so they spent a lot of time in practice working on 2-3 offense.
Yeah, where do you cut? Where are you looking to pass it?
Don't just pass it around the perimeter and expect to get a shot. Let's give them some motion inside and out so we're tough to guard in a zone.
And it's not something you see a lot, what the Riders were just doing there, kind of giving a too big look, with Claire Turner and Audrey Reineke doing a little bit of the changing between, flash and then drop, and exchanging that high post roll. A lot of teams play 4 guards against a zone, and they'll have one guy kind of roaming around in the paint, but the Riders doing a little too big action. It's probably not a lot of something that Rossford has seen throughout the season. So that was kind of a unique lineup.
Claire Turner with a quick steal off a trap at half court. Coach Jordan hits him with a half court trap coming out of halftime.
Something that he didn't show in the first half, so a different look. Coaches a lot of times like to do that, coming out of timeouts, coming out of quarter changes, just give them a different look and confuse the offense a little bit. Nice post move, but did not finish.
Not a lot of touch on that shot.
Yeah, a little hard. And
great look ahead.
Cadence Hirschfeld finishes.
Good court vision, pushing the ball up. The Riders have a huge advantage in foot speed over Rossford. That's very evident watching the game.
And they look to push the ball here.
Throughout the season, the Riders have done a good job of pushing the ball up court.
Cadence Hirschfeld did a nice job of stepping to that ball. Otherwise, Layla Nowak would have stolen that pass. Floater by Manker. Comes off the side. Keegan Mahaffey with the rebound.
Which she promptly throws out of bounds.
A couple quick turnovers for Rossford, I'm sure.
Coach Ledesma just looked like somebody had punched him in the stomach after watching that quick 3 turnovers in the first 3 possessions. That's not what he wanted coming out of half.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that, that's probably been the Achilles heel all year.
Right. When you average 25 turnovers a game, that's a big problem.
Reese Rabel rims one out, but Turner is there for the offensive board. Doesn't connect. But again, Derek talked about at halftime, Claire Turner making her presence known.
Rough Riders leading rebounder. Came into the game with 1 rebound more than Sophie Manker. She's added to that. She wants the rebounding title.
Nowak misses.
Great pass by Reese Rabel, looking ahead. They're just flat beating Rossford down the court.
And again,
not just the guards, but especially the other people are beating their bigs down the court badly.
And doing a nice job of looking ahead. And suddenly that lead has ballooned up to 20. Williams with an offensive board, doesn't connect.
Oh,
nice left.
Nice left, didn't convert.
Didn't convert.
It was the appropriate move.
And Nowak similarly didn't connect on the nice drive.
A couple sloppy possessions for both teams.
There's number 4 for Reese Rabel.
Fowler's TV.
Coach Ledesma's going to get a timeout.
Three-pointer.
This is not the way he wanted to start the half.
And the Bulldogs take a full timeout, so we will return.
The importance of quality driver's education for our teens is essential. Capabilities has provided classroom and in-car driving instruction for St. Mary's and surrounding communities for over 20 years. Live classroom and online options are available for our students. Capabilities also administers the Ohio BMV driver's exam for our students and the general public. Contact Capabilities today to learn more about our driver's education services.
St. Mary's traditions include football, SMAB, and Fowler's TV. Founded in 1957 by Richard and Peggy, Fowler's TV is celebrated, like a Rough Rider first down, for its dedication to high-quality electronics, custom installations of indoor and outdoor TVs, Sonos sound systems, surveillance systems, and so much more. With 12 months of special financing available on approved credit, shopping local has never been better. Fowler's knowledgeable and friendly staff uphold the tradition of exceptional customer care, servicing only what they sell with the same or next day service.
And Rossford coach Toby Ledesma said, I've seen enough here in this third quarter. I need a timeout. So he took a timeout to try to stem the tide, stop the bleeding a little bit.
I don't think Rossford scored in about the last 6 minutes of game time, into the second quarter and the beginning of the fourth. Their offense is ground to a halt. I would think if I was them, I would call, do
guess
something.
Who?
Guess who's going to get the ball? I'm going to say, let's get the ball to Scarlett Williams.
They just ran a special that boys used to run for you, Derek.
Yep.
Try to get a 3. The Riders sniffed it out.
Sophia Maker got herself in the air with nowhere to go with the ball.
A little too deep.
Be ready to help.
Williams with the pull-up did not connect. And with a 23-point lead, I'm always of the idea at this point, don't take the foot off the gas.
Yeah, if you're playing well,
and
scoring points, you keep being aggressive offensively.
Reese Rabel for
there's number 5. Reese is red hot.
Another Fowler's TV 3-pointer.
Reese really putting on a show here tonight in her last home game.
5 threes, 17 points for the senior. That's how you like to go out in your last game.
And as we said in the pregame, the next game for the winner of this game will be at Miller City.
Next Wednesday, February 19th. We'll be facing up, will probably be a rematch of the Kenton Wildcats. 7:30 p.m. Second game at Miller City that night, next Wednesday. And at this point, I'm going to say you can pencil St. Mary's into that bracket right now. And I would bet that Kenton's up by a lot more than this on Toledo Woodward, who's terrible.
Reese
she wanted
didn't
another
connect.
one.
Claire Turner with
Try it again,
another.
Reese.
There's
6.
Fowler's TV 3-pointer again for Reese Rabel. That basket's looking awfully big for her. And Scarlett Williams is able to go down and draw contact, something that I know she's very, very accustomed to doing. And she'll step to the line to try to pick up her.
It's nice that Jacobs got that foul instead of Rabel.
12th.
Reese already has 2.
Audrey Reinecke looking to check in. And Derek, give me your stat on Claire Turner, who was just replaced by Audrey Reinecke.
She is 2 points away from a double-double. She's got 10 boards in the game.
Reinecke rips down a board. Reinecke with a nice post up, doesn't connect.
Good post move, though.
Yep, good drop step.
Audrey has a substantial size advantage inside there. That's something that can help them in the next game. Sometimes when you get these big leads, you know you're going to win the game. It's time to work on some things that you need for next week's district semifinal game. Is there a defense you'd like to use against Kenton? Now's a good time to work on that. Is there some offensive things you'd like to run or exploit, or maybe a player you'd like to get started? Get them some confidence going into the district game. This is a good time to work on those things. Or you could just throw it to Reese and let her hit another three.
Bulldogs extending their defense just a little bit more. Here in the second half, they were a little more content to sit tight in the first half.
Good shot fake.
Good fake.
Good drive.
Very smart move by Reese Rabel. When you hit 6 threes, people start paying attention. That means they're going to run at you. And Rossford player, they set a good back screen.
Little flare.
And then the Rossford player did a very poor job approaching Reese. Came up, standing up with her arms up, came in up high. Reese gave him a shot fake, took it to the hole.
However, in the Rossford defenders' defense, no pun intended, everybody's yelling at her right now.
Yeah,
find that 14, right. Find 14, yeah. And Reese connecting on 2 free throws for her 21st and 22nd points of the night. Kendall Davis with a steal and a 2. Reineke
with the block.
Shot block. See, right there early in the game, they wouldn't have been as quick to find Reese, but after the 3 show that she's put on,
I don't know if that was a foul or not. Let's look at the Jackalope Stash replay.
They may have gotten the reach on the high side defender.
Didn't look like one on the shot, but going up, they have reached in.
Sophie Turnick, though, had a legitimate complaint, I think. It was one of those where, you know, she's not going to look dumb by complaining a little bit. Sometimes you go, hey, you just clubbed the girl. She didn't. And the Riders are sitting at a 49-15 lead after 3. And the running clock is close.
Rossford scored 1 point in this quarter.
35.
Make that
Brooklyn
3.
Hilt hits a bucket as we're winding down on the third quarter.
Riders have done a good job adjusting at halftime, taking Scarlett Williams away, giving her a little more pressure, being a little more aggressive, I think, in the half court as well. Good halftime adjustments by Coach Jordan and his staff have basically ground the Bulldogs offense to a complete halt.
Turner picks up the foul there with 11 seconds to go on the clock. And the Riders on that possession, I realize they're kind of stalling to get in last second, a little careless with the passes there. And I'm blaming the turnover on the big man for not coming out at the ball.
Good board by Audrey Reineke.
And as the third quarter comes to an end, we have the Riders with a 49-17 lead. And we will return after a word from our sponsors.
I don't always put a new roof on my house, but when I do, I call Eric Anderson with Grand Lake Roofing.
If you're looking for a fast, reliable, trustworthy roofing service, give myself and my team a call at Grand Lake Roofing, 567-890-ROOF.
Albert Sporting Goods, outfitting your team since 1980. Our products consist of individual and team equipment for all community organizations, club teams, high school and collegiate sports. We personalize your gear with embroidery, screen printing, digitizing, and graphic design with on-site services to deliver quality uniforms, spirit wear, and fulfill every equipment need. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com.
And we're back here at Grand Lake Health Systems Court, ready for quarter number 4, with the Rough Riders leading 49-17 in this Division IV sectional final. And it looks like we've got a little junk defense coming out for this fourth quarter. Reese Rabel's got a little company, it looked like.
Either that or I think they're just in man, actually.
Sophie Manker feeling it from the corner. Probably going to get a foul on that one. Well deserved. Layla Nowak gets the rebound and draws the foul. Yes.
Riders back off the press with a very comfortable lead. Outscoring Rossford 21-3 in the third quarter to put this game on ice.
Riders in a pretty passive man at this point. Nice post up move.
Tell Rossford's other players just do not look very capable of scoring, or they're just not aggressive offensively.
Little fade screen for Reese Rabel.
It'll be 7.
Who gets a Fowler's TV three-pointer.
This is a school record 10 in game, I think, for girls.
Nikki Myers.
Nikki Myers, I
think
want
it's
to
10
say
for Nikki Myers. Boys record's 9 by Evan Anksman. I'm pretty sure the girls is 10 for Nikki.
And for those of you who
8.
Those of you who are a little unfamiliar with Rough Rider history, Nikki Myers was a 2,000-point scorer for St. Mary's and played at South Carolina.
SEC guard for
South Carolina.
For South Carolina.
So
at a time when the SEC was the conference in the nation. She was a decent player.
So she was, yeah. Look
at our record books.
Yeah, she was the real deal, and so yeah, her holding the record is probably.
She owns probably 75% of all the records.
Ball will stay here as Reineke tipped it, but I think Scarlett Williams hit it last. Quite a few second shots by the Riders.
Gonna leave her wide open.
Straight in the corner for yet another Fowler's TV three-pointer.
That would be 8.
The one thing that will keep her from getting any more shot attempts or anything is the running clock.
Here comes Claire Turner going for a double-double.
There it is.
Great accomplishment. Again, the Riders, as we've seen in this 6-game span where they've played a lot better, getting contributions, points from other people. Yes, Reese has 28, but they have other people who are contributing not only points, but rebounds, assists, steals, more so than at the beginning of the year. They were very reliant on Sophie and Reese for production. They're spreading the wealth out. It's resulting in more points. The Riders have 57. They average in the upper 30s.
Coach Jordan's put in a bunch of subs. He has left Reese Rabel in. I'm sure he's probably given her
as a mind for probably career high. Maybe.
Yeah, and shooting for that record maybe. However, one of the things that we've talked about is the running clock, and the running clock can limit your time that you've got to get things like records and things. and my color analyst, who is also the records guru here at St. Mary's, is rifling through papers right now to look at things. Rabel brings it down off of the Bulldog turnover.
Reese really wants another one.
Yeah.
Did a little record research. The record is 9. Not 10 as we thought. It's 9 with Nikki Myers in the 1990s. That's the school record, boys and girls. Nikki Myers has 9. Evan Anksman got 9 last year versus Indian Lake. So Reese is only 1-3 away from tying 2 pretty darn good players. They're going to run a special for it right here.
Come on.
To tie.
And again, with a foul, you got the running clock. It's going to be down under 2 by the time they even take the ball the other direction. So, yeah, Reese is running out of time. Yet another reason why I hate that rule.
Yeah, I forgot about the running clock.
Caliana.
That's unfortunate. They're only going to have a couple more possessions.
Yes.
Shoot these free throws really fast so we can get another possession.
Alls hits 1 of 2 and
get the ball
gonna
back.
leave her wide open. Here we go, tying the record. 9.
So close.
That was an in and out. And there's a foul.
Personal foul, number 3, Kendall Davis.
At some point, Rossford may want to consider watching her a little closer. I know there's only 2 minutes left, but gee, many Christmas. How many threes you going to give her?
Kendall Daringer.
Hopefully 9.
Those are 3 open.
Not Kendall Daringer,
Open,
Avery
one more.
Daringer. Sorry about that.
Force a habit on that one.
And I think Sadie St. Mary's has decided we're
Ain't
not
gonna be
doing
any
this
record. Ain't
anymore.
gonna be any records
no
here.
record here.
Yeah.
We're getting beat, but I'm not giving you a record. Step back. Oh, boy. Reese is attempting to put the cherry on top of a very nice cupcake here for tonight. Avery Daringer says, how about me?
Hey, I can take
Everybody
care of
forget
one
about
of those.
me?
Avery Daringer with a Fowler's TV three-pointer. And I'm guessing that both teams have pretty much emptied their benches.
We still have Sophie Minker in.
No.
No, it's
Nope.
Reagan Hiddle. They're lookalike somewhat.
Except for Rabel, and
I think if Reese Rabel gets a steal, she's pulling up.
Uh-oh. You might have just – they're looking for her. Oh, she fell down. 9.
Get in there.
That's it. Oh, that was right in line with us. Looked
I
good.
thought it looked good.
She's got 30 seconds.
Double screen. Step back, and she does not get it. And I think that's probably going to be
That's going to be it.
the last
Running clock
shot
at the
there.
end.
Yep.
Now, Reese at least knows she got a chance at it. She got about 4 or 5 shots.
Had a couple shots. And as the ball goes out of bounds, I think this
That's
will
it.
be,
Put a stick
this
and
will
fork
be
in
it
it.
for the Rossford Bulldogs. And we got a good shot of Reese finishing up, walking off the court to end her career here at Grand Lake Health Systems.
What a curtain
St.
call by
Mary's.
Reese
What
Rabel.
a way to finish things up. We will go to commercial, and then we'll come back, and Derek can head through stats and talk about the game just a little bit.
Looking for the perfect gift for your man, son, or dad? Jackalope Stash Men's Clothing Store in downtown St. Mary's will help you score the perfect gift. At this haberdashery, you will find stylish formal and informal wear, along with the most fashionable and contemporary accessories. Not sure what to get your leading man? Stop in and purchase the Jackalope Stash gift card. Make your man the best dressed in the room, no matter the occasion. Quality, style, stash. That's Jackalope Stash, where riders shop.
And speaking of great teams, St. Mary's Foundry would like to thank its very own team of hardworking employees for their loyalty and dedication. If you're looking for rewarding challenges and first-string wages and benefits, check us out at stmfoundry.com or on hometownopportunities.com. St. Mary's Foundry, where iron and ingenuity meet.
All right, we're back. We're back for post-game wrap-up. The girls are down on the floor right now, taking the trip up the ladder to cut down the nets for their sectional championship. While they're cutting down the nets, we're going to keep the camera on them. Derek, you can kind of run down the scoring and stats for the game.
Yeah, so just total domination in the second half especially. You know, that second quarter, like we mentioned, pretty close, 15-11 scoring. But outside of that second quarter, Riders only gave up 6 points. So quarter by quarter scoring for Rossford went 3, 11, 3, and 0. Quarter by quarter for the Riders, as I said, kind of a second half explosion, 13, 15, 21, and then 12. If we go individual stats here, obviously player of the game's got to be Reese Rabel, leads the way with 28, possibly a career high, not sure on that one. But 9 of 18 from the field, 8 of 17 from 3, and still very good, still 47%, but, prior to kind of shooting some what would normally be ill-advised shots you wouldn't take, trying to get the record. At one point, I think was about 8 of 14, 8 of 13 or so. So just outstanding game shooting for Reese in her final home game as a Rough Rider. Rounding out individual scoring for the Riders, as we mentioned, Claire Turner, big game, both scoring 10 points and rebounding as 10 rebounds as well. So double-double for her. Don't see that a lot in high school basketball, especially in a running clock shortened game like tonight. Then rounding out individual scoring, bunch all around the same. So we got Cadence Hirschfeld with 5, a couple girls with 4, Sophia Menker, Lauren Jacobs. Avery Daringer scored 3, 1 for 1 from 3. Then Kendall Davis with 2, Logan Henshin with 2, Audrey Reinecke with 2, and then Kalyana Bond-Alls rounding things out with 1. St. Mary's 22 of 56 from the field, 40%. 10 of 25, most of those being Reese Rabel from 3 for 40%. And 14 offensive rebounds, really hitting the offensive glass hard. And turnovers doing fine, only 9 on the game. I think they had 6 at half, so really much better there in the second half. Scoring's pretty rough for Rossford. Scarlett Williams, as we mentioned, scoring about 12 points a game in losses on the season. That's what she ends up with tonight. Riders did a much better job second half, really kind of focusing on her, not letting her get easy looks, especially in the post. After Scarlett Williams, it gets pretty thin. Brooklyn Hilt with 2, Sadie St. Mary with 2, and then Keegan Mahaffey with 1. Rossford was 7 of 29 from the field for 24%. 29 total field goal attempts to St. Mary's 56. So turnovers, offensive boards really killing them there. And finished with 19 turnovers on the game. Really a good performance from the Rough Riders. The newspaper headlines will all be Reese Rabel oriented, I'm sure, and deservingly so. But the Riders did a lot of things pretty well. They defended pretty well, really, except for that second quarter against Scarlett Williams. They hit the offensive glass well. It's something that they haven't always done a lot of, and they did a good job of that. So a lot of things to be happy about. Obviously some things to build on. And as you go into district play, games get tougher. You got to go to a neutral site, which is always a little harder. Definitely some things to work on, but don't want to look ahead too much. Got to enjoy tonight, sectional title.
sit down and enjoy this one, talk about all the nice performances by everybody. And Claire Turner, again, we would, if Reese Rabel wouldn't have had, just a spectacular game, we'd have probably been talking a lot about Claire Turner with a double-double and really hitting the boards hard.
Especially early in the game. She was kind of the difference, really.
Right. But that's the kind of performance we're going to need as we move on in the tournament.
Yeah.
Suppose we should never assume, but assuming that Kenton wins their game.
Yeah, you can assume. Rossford beat Toledo Woodward by 25 in the regular season.
Oh, boy.
Kenton is going to win that game tonight.
So we're looking at a rematch, and it was great that St. Mary's won that game. Kenton's number one leading scorer in the game didn't play. Now, I'm not saying that we wouldn't win, but she's going to make a difference.
Yeah.
And so they're going to have, which they had last week when they played them. They're going to have their A game on to get another victory.
We won by 11. They played without their leading scorer.
And she's about I think she was 14 a game from stats from last week. And so,
good practice a little bit
warm-up,
tonight against Scarlett Williams of saying, all right, we got to focus on this person. And so, since they didn't face her the first time around, good to get a little practice against that tonight of, all right, let's focus. This person can't score. That kind of mentality.
Both teams, both Kenton and St. Mary's, will look at that game film. They'll just go over and over and over. What did we do that was good? What did we do that was bad? And so, I'm excited to go into next week. Of course, we won't be covering that game because it won't be here at St. Mary's. But I'm sure we're going to pack up the car and head to Miller City to see the rematch.
Next Wednesday, February 19th, number 5 seeded Riders will face off with the number 1 seed Kenton Wildcats. Again, it's at Miller City High School. It's the second game of the district semis. First game starts at 6 o'clock. We have the second game at 7:30 in Miller, or approximately 7:30, 8 o'clock, depending on when the first.
Those are always tough too. Playing the second game's never easy.
Fill it in there, Derek.
Looking here, let's put.
Let's go ahead and write that in there. That looks good.
We'll have Derek do it because your handwriting's.
Put Kenton in there.
Illegible.
Toledo Woodward couldn't.
Oh, he has a red color, Kenton color. He's good. So we're looking to travel to Miller City for the big WBL rematch.
Yeah, that's again 5 out of the last 7 wins for the Riders. And again, a team they moved to 8-15 with that win, but 5 of the last 7 have been wins. That for a team that's only won 8 for the season, 5 out of the last 7 is a definite strong trend, a strong streak. Definitely a confidence builder for the Riders.
Probably not a team that Ken's excited to play, I'm sure.
Well, I think we're going to wrap up here for Rider Nation Station. Rider Nation Station will be back in action tomorrow with the boys. The St. Mary's Rough Riders welcome the Elida Bulldogs, a very, very tough team coming in to play for the Riders. And then tomorrow we'll talk about their tournament draw and where they're headed, and we have a couple other special things in store for our broadcast tomorrow. So for the J family, Rhett Chisholm on camera, Dave Walbacher on camera, Logan and Rich down below, and I don't think I'm forgetting anybody. For our last girls broadcast, thanks to the entire Rider Nation Station crew, and thanks to everybody for tuning in to our humble station.
Let's go Riders as we head into districts.
Let's go Riders, and we will see all you tomorrow night.
Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.